How much of all these characters, what degree, I guess it varies from character to character, is in you?
It's me. Well, certainly Lauren was who I was. Nan is who I shall become.
So there's an element that the young Catherine Tate was a little like
I think so. I think somewhere she walked among me. Yes, I think so.
and Nan is this crotchety, foul-mouthed old biddy. Surely that won't be you, Catherine.
Oh, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
But in order for a character to really work and for you to feel it, does there need to be some spark of recognition, if not with your personality, then someone you know? I
think the great thing, greatest compliment you can get if you do characters is people say, "Oh, that's just like someone I know," you know. And I think certainly with the old lady character. I was so unimaginative, that's why I called her. Someone else called her Nan. I was just like, oh, she's just an old lady character. More often than not, I always get, oh, that's just like my nan, that's just like my mum, that's just like my neighbour, that's just like my aunt, you know. So she definitely walks among people, I think, yeah.
It's a fascinating life that you've had with these characters that have clearly just been embraced and loved by audiences, and of course the catchphrase that goes with them. So the catchphrase, is it a tyranny or is it a blessing?
I think it's a blessing, you know, because you can't sit down and write a catchphrase. It's only the audience that actually pick up on something and repeat it back to you. I had no idea that anything was going to become a catchphrase because I think it would be too difficult to try and second guess what people are going to latch onto. But it absolutely will follow me around for sure, I know. I know.
And Michael's threatening to do his imitation this morning, which I know he won't.
Do it.
Virginia, Catherine Tate is asking me to
I can't stand in the way of that. I can't possibly stand
Catherine Tate is asking me.
But am I asking you though?
Is she really?
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered though? You look bothered. Look at your face.
Am I bothered?
Your face looks well bothered.
Am I bothered?
You are bothered.
You're bothered.
No, you're bothered.
No, you're bothered.
No, but you're bothered.
But no, you win.
I'm in the middle of a bothered story.
We've bothered off.
Yeah,
we have.
To bother off.
I'm definitely bothered by that. And your audiences, of course, get to see you do all these characters live. That's a big ask.
Oh, it is. Do you know, when we first started writing the show, I was just thinking we're just never going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And when you start rehearsing it, because there's so many quick changes, and you think you're never going to be able to do it. You're just never going to be able to get the wig on, the clothes off, other clothes off in time. And it simply is by the mastery of the quick change artists backstage, the hair and makeup people, who just got me into this routine, and it was, you know, like magic.
Because I think when the Little Britain guys did something similar, didn't they sort of decide to have like all the costumes on? They sort of started big,
you do,
and then kind of went small.
And by the end of the show, you've lost 3 stone. You know, it's like,
So you do have principle.
Yeah, exactly. You do have to underdress quite a lot of them, and they just rip off the back, you know. And
I know your fans keep going back to YouTube for your hits and memories, but you're bringing entirely new sketches.
Oh,
Catherine,
all new
as part of this
sketches.
show.
Yeah, the same characters, but all new sketches, apart from one kind of greatest hit that I'd never done live. It was only ever pre-record, and I thought, oh, it seemed to be such a popular sketch on YouTube.
Yep.
And it's the only one that I do.
Which one's that?
It's a translator sketch. Somebody who thinks they
with
speak
the
every language.
Boardroom full of executives.
So that's the one I do live, and that is a incredible experience to do that live. It's really
we won't spoil it, but it is one of the funniest things that you do, seriously.
Thank you.
Look, with the political climate being the way it is political comedy, or much more sort of like honed political comedy, ever really and deeply attractive to you, Catherine?
To comment on the political status, it's not for me. I'm wigs and teeth.
Are wigs and teeth safer?
I don't know that they're safer. It's just I think I have more of a facility, and I pay more attention to people, I think, than I do to politics. Although obviously, you know, you have to have a healthy regard for what's going on. But I'm not a satirist, and I don't think it would be where my strengths lie. I don't think it'd be where my strengths lie. There are so many brilliant people who do that. For me to wade in and say, what about her?
I know. I'd love to see Theresa May. You know, I mean, that would be something.
But I'm not an impressionist either.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just not I just don't think that would be for me. Yeah.
You starred in the US version of The Office. Did you go into that, though, with some trepidation, given how fabulous Ricky Gervais's
given
was?
how fabulous, also because he wasn't in the US office, but obviously given how brilliant Steve Carell is.
Yes.
You know, that was like, oh gosh, that's quite a big thing to kind of follow. But I was delighted. I mean, I loved doing it. I loved it. And you know, it's people say, what do you prefer, the English office or the American office? And the thing is, I am fiercely protective of both of them. And I'm delighted to have been part of the American office because I think they took something that was brilliant and took it off in a completely different direction and made it brilliant in a completely different way. However, that would never have happened had Ricky Gervais not written the British office, which I do feel is a piece of modern art.
I think so.
It's so brilliant.
Yeah, that one's going to be immortal, I think.
I think so. And for Greg Daniels to have taken it from Ricky and breathed such brilliant new life into it with all these brilliant new characters was amazing.
And before the assistant came along, were you a Doctor Who fan or watcher?
I was not. Which is like,
at what point did you have to
very
confess that to the
dodgy
producers?
thing. Well, it wasn't the producers; it's more the fans. You know, that you have to have full disclosure with, because when you go and meet fans, they want to know a lot about the Doctor Who
Your favourite
world,
character, blah blah blah.
which I don't know. You know, I don't know really a lot about it. I was delighted when I got asked to do the show, but I joined the show because of Russell T Davies and David Tennant largely.
Yes.
And then I became part of this amazing world and this amazing legacy that I am, you know, really privileged to be part of. But I can't tell you really what any of it means. It's really difficult. I mean, I'd get the scripts and I'd say to David, what's this mean? What's this mean? It just mean, doesn't matter, we've just got to run. We've just got to run.
Yeah,
we'll be running after someone.
There'll be a creature after you, just run.
Just run, yeah.
So the stage show in November, and also I believe Nan the movie is coming
We're
out.
writing a Nan the movie.
Very soon.
Yeah, Nan the movie. Yes.
It'd be a good title, wouldn't it?
Nan on the Run, I think I might call it. It's a Nan's world.
With an unrepeatable script. Well, certainly one
Unrepeatable.
for breakfast
right.
television.